Today I wanted to show everyone my handheld console collection. I've recently been obsessed with looking for handheld consoles. Screen time wise, you might find me scouring Facebook Marketplace, groups and eBay every hour for Nintendo DS Lites, Game Boy Advance, SPs, 3DSs, and 2DSs. I've also been looking for games and gotten quite a few recently, which I'm very happy about, but that's for a future thing. The nostalgia hit is just so real. I picked up my old childhood games and it's been bringing me so much joy, and I thought because it's the holidays, why not splurge a little and treat myself. So here are my handheld consoles, and I will be doing this in chronological order from when I got them, just for fun. First up is my Game Boy Advance SP, which I keep in this boxy pouch. You'll see here that I also have a Misty keychain. I believe she is from the Pokemon Girl Trainer series, like a gachapon series. I got her a few years back when I was in Japan. I did get another one, except she is on my pencil pouch. It's this Iris keychain, which is amazing because I really wanted her and May because Gen 3 and 5 are my favorite generations. And yeah, I've got both her and Misty. So when you open this pouch, you will see that there is a sock for protection, just because this pouch here, it's not the most compact. If you just put in your console, it will rattle and just move around inside the bag. So it's not the safest, not the most protective in my opinion. But if you put in a sock like that for protection, I reckon it'll be fine because it stays put and it fits perfectly. So this is my Game Boy Advance SP. It is in the cobalt blue color. I've had this since I was a kid, and it actually belonged to my older sister. I had the pink Game Boy Advance SP growing up, and my twin sister had the pearl blue color, but we gave them away to a family friend, and so the only one we have remaining is this one, which belonged to my older sister. At that point though, she wasn't playing anymore, so it went down to both me and my twin. The good thing was that my twin also wasn't super into games at that age either, so it inevitably came to me, which I was very happy about. And so this Game Boy SP has been played a lot with, especially recently. You can see here one of the games I have inside. And I've just been picking up all my childhood games, and it's been really fun so far. So I'd say this console is still in pretty good condition considering its age. Like the buttons still work really well, the D-pad cover works well, and the screen is still pretty nice as well. And yep, all the buttons work, the speakers work as well. So this has been played a lot with recently. I've been playing my childhood Pokemon games, restarting them and creating an all shiny team on some of the games. The GBA SP is very comfortable and portable, and the thing is, my version is the AGS 001. I recently learned about the AGS 101s, which has a much better screen. My Game Boy screen can be a bit dim sometimes, but it's really easy on the eyes. Whether it's playing in bright sunlight or darkness, it works really well. I did hear the AGS 101s have a sort of shutter effect and the bright light can cause headaches, but I am very tempted still on getting it just because the brighter screen might work in my favor, especially when I am shiny hunting on my Pokemon games. But that's for another day, I guess. They're obviously more expensive, especially here in Australia, where if I'm not wrong, the AGS 101s were never actually released, so sellers would put an expensive price tag on them. Just a little sneak peek. I do have about 139 hours played on my Ruby, and I'm still not finished, so we'll get to that one day. The next console I have is the DSi XL in burgundy color. So this one was a gift from my mom to me and my twin sister when we were about 10 years old. My mom was really sweet. We told her we didn't want anything for our birthday, but she surprised us with this DSi XL. I had no idea it existed at that time, so I was really shocked and I didn't quite know what it was. This is my only XL console and everything does work fine. The left and right button work. and the D-pad also works really well. It's clicky buttons, which I'm a huge fan of. So everything does work fine, except when you turn on the console, you will see that there are some black border things going on here, but it really does not affect gameplay. It's just, yeah, it just started happening for some reason when I turned it on a few years after it's been sitting in storage. I guess it just happens with age, to be honest. But yeah, I am a huge fan of the DSi XL console. They are so comfortable and very durable, and even for its size, I feel like you can still bring them everywhere you go because they're just so well designed and they fit really well. They fit well in your hands and they fit well in like a little pouch that you can carry around. So yep, I highly recommend them. So the DSi XL also came with this stylus. It's a separate stylus. It doesn't fit in the console, but I think it's really neat, and I've put a Litleo keychain, which has seen better days, but I feel like it matches pretty well, and I'm a huge fan of how this looks together. Then I have the original purple 3DS. I remember getting this for my birthday around 2013 or 2014, and I got this together with Pokemon X. I was really excited that day. That was my first 3D Pokemon game, and I went ham on the GTS. It was my first time trading globally, so that was really exciting for me. I believe I asked for the black 3DS, but this purple one was the only one available at the time. It's funny because nowadays I never really see the purple ones being sold. I mainly see the black, pink, red, and aqua blue, but I'm just such a huge fan of the metallic glossy shells. They're just so sleek and so pretty. As you can see, I covered mine in Pokemon stickers and peanut stickers. You can see here I am a huge fan of the Gen 5 games and the Pokemon. So I've got Pansage, Shiny Genesect, and I've got regular purple Genesect, which matches this charm over here, as well as the color of this 3DS, which I thought was pretty neat. So this purple 3DS means so much to me. I've done countless shiny Pokemon hunts on this console, and it's always on this console where I would find shinies from soft resetting, random encounters, whether it's in old gens or newer gens with the higher and lower shiny odds. This one would always be the console that gets the shiny for me, so it's a very lucky and special console to me. Definitely my most used and treasured console I have. And then I have my Switch here in its protective case. And this case has this N keychain with the Reshiram and Zekrom wings behind him. This was a fan-made keychain. I believe I got it from an art convention back home. So it is the OG Switch with the classic blue and red controllers. So according to my first picture taken on the Switch, which was on my Let's Go Eevee game, that was the first game I got on the Switch as well. I got this console on the 20th of February 2019. I've never really been into the customizable controllers for some reason. I was just not a huge fan of customizing my console. Either that or I just could not justify the prices back then. I don't know, maybe when Switch accessories started becoming popular, I was in university and probably didn't have much money, so I was just content with what I have. The most I decked out on was the sticker I have on the back here. It's so cool. It's Animal Crossing and Assassin's Creed combined, two vastly different game franchises with the same initials. I love it though, it's so clever. I love both franchises, so I knew I had to get this. I believe it is from Redbubble. The sticker's waterproof, so after all these years, the sticker still looks really nice and clean and intact because waterproof stickers are amazing. Then, as I've shown you guys earlier, I've got this protective case as well, which I believe I got from eBay or Amazon, but it holds this many game cartridges. And so your console goes in here. And you just clip that down. And as you can see, I've only got 2 games here because I do play digitally quite a lot, and I recently sold my other physical games. And you can see here there's also a compartment for other things like a screen wiper, or if you wanted to put your amiibo cards like me, you can do that as well. So I've got Drago. He is one of my favorite Animal Crossing villagers. And then I have Blanco, one of my favorite Animal Crossing characters. His design is just so unique. And then I've got Sly. I do love the crocodile alligator villagers. I think they have a very cool design. And Pietro, because I love clowns and I love anything colorful and expressive and rainbowy, and I just love clowns. They're very underrated. So these next consoles, I wouldn't say are my childhood consoles just because I either got them with my own money or got them from a trade. This console in this pouch over here, so it's in a Mario Kart, an orange Mario Kart carrying case, and it's got this handle over here that you can use to carry it around, kind of like a camera bag. But if you open it up, it's got a compartment for your games, for 6 games, and this thing for your stylus as well. And it's currently holding my pink 2DS. So this 2DS is a bit beat up. You might be able to see the scratches here and here, but it really does not affect the gameplay or anything. I mean, everything still works fine. The buttons work fine. And the D-pad also works really well. So the buttons all still work well, and the screen is still fine, so it's just one of the best consoles you can play on, in my opinion. And recently, funnily enough, I actually took this 2DS to a ballet. This sticker was not planned at all, but I used this as a camera to take pictures. The quality is super grainy and bad, but that's what makes this feature extra charming. So the 2DS is comfortable and durable, which is why this is kind of my daily driver, because I know I will be playing on this the most and I wanted to have a good experience playing for long hours. So as I said earlier, I got this from a trade with my housemate actually. He gave me this 2DS and a loose copy of Alpha Sapphire, and I traded my Switch games Let's Go Eevee and Breath of the Wild. Then these consoles are ones I got a few weeks ago. So this is the pink Nintendo DS Lite, which I got off of eBay for a steal, I reckon. I got this last month, and the shell's kind of old and dirty, which you can see here, but I don't really mind it, to be honest. Like, everything else works really good. And as you can see here, the hinges are still pretty nice. We all know how fragile these hinges can be sometimes. The screen still works really well. There's no yellowing or anything, so I'm really happy with this console. The buttons still work really well. The speakers all work fine as well. The reason I got this is mainly because I wanted a console that could read Game Boy games and DS games, and I like the idea of double hunting for shiny Pokemon, which means simultaneously hunting for shiny Pokemon in 2 different games on consoles. So this was necessary for me and a great addition to my collection. As you can see here, it's got some stickers from the previous owner, which I'm not mad about because these stickers are actually a really nice addition. They're Mario stickers, and I've got a blue GBA slot cover, which I guess gives the console a sort of bubblegum color, and I'm quite happy about that. I do put the Nintendo DS in this Nintendo 3DS bag, just because it fits really well. I've got 3 Game Boy cartridges here, as you can see, and the compartment inside is just very nice and snug. This is where you can put the console. And this is also where you can put the styluses if you need to. And so if you close this up, it does fit very nicely. It fits comfortably in there, and you don't have to worry about it rattling inside. And if you open this back compartment, you will see that it can hold a bunch of games as well, especially loose cartridges, so that's a huge bonus. And it's got a little carrying handle as well, which I'm very happy about. I will bring this around with me a lot because it's just so practical. The next console I have is in this pouch over here, and I reckon it fits really well. So this is the next console. It is the red original 3DS. And as you can see here, I've got a shiny Genesect keychain, which I think pairs really, really well with this 3DS. And if I were to show you side by side, you will see that they both have matching charms and they match the shell cover as well, which I'm very happy about because Genesect is one of my favorite Pokemon. This was just completely unplanned and I feel like it's just fate, you know? It's cool. So this is them side by side and I just love how they look. As I said, I do like the metallic shell cover. It makes them look really, really nice. It's a very consumerist mindset, but I definitely don't plan on getting other 3DSs. Although to be honest, I am kind of eyeing the aqua blue version because they would just make such a good set. Just make this collection complete. But I don't know, I can't really justify getting another 3DS because I don't really need any more. But yeah, the idea is just really nice. I got this from Facebook Marketplace for an absolute bargain. And for its condition, it's really not bad at all. The screen does look really, really nice. I was really happy with this purchase. I don't actually own an Australian 3DS, original 3DS. I don't know if I touched on this, but with my purple 3DS, it is the American version, so it can only play American games. So growing up in Indonesia, all of our products are American editions or imported items. So my 3DS is the American version. This 3DS over here is the Australian version. And we are down to our last console, and it is in this bag over here. And it is another cobalt blue GBA SP. So here is my childhood Game Boy and the recent acquisition side by side. So I am planning to use both consoles to shiny hunt. The buttons work really well, the speakers are fine as well. The only thing is that this does not come with a battery, so I'll need to get a new one. I have been eyeing on the Funny Playing Game Boy battery because I hear they last really long and they're good quality, and aftermarket batteries just aren't recommended from what I've read. So I will keep my eye out on that. That is pretty much it. These are all of my consoles. I'm very, very happy with my collection. I do plan on growing them slowly because they are pretty expensive and I really, really had to justify getting them. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll be able to make another video in the future featuring my game collection or personal game save files.